Hey guys, what's going on? Joel here, and welcome to Back in the Day. And I know what you guys are thinking. Oh my gosh, 2 videos in a week? Is he dying? Actually, no. I figured since it's the start of the new year, I would go ahead and start kind of trying to recoup from what I had done last year. I think I looked at my count. I did like a total of 4 videos last year. So I figured, hey, you know what? Let's go ahead and we'll start the year off right with a brand new video. And I figured, what better way to go ahead and kick off the new year than to guys, do a collection update of pretty much everything that I bought last year. Because obviously with only 4 videos last year, I didn't do any kind of a collection update, which is really because I didn't do much collecting, honestly. I picked up some stuff, obviously enough that would certainly warrant a video now. So I figured, hey, what the heck? Let's go ahead and do a video today. So first off, kind of all my viewers and followers and such. I thank you guys so much for being so kind of patient with me this last year with the lack of uploading, because like I said, I just wasn't really inspired. Didn't feel like doing it. This year, I think things are going to be different, and it's not that 2023 has, was a bad year. Cause it's kind of been kind of the going theme with a lot of my friends and followers and stuff. Is a lot of them said, hey, 2023 was a really rough year, and I get that. Things happen, life happens, crap happens. It's just it is what it is. Like I told Blue Wolf, one of my subscribers. I said, 2023 for me was neither good nor bad. It just kind of was. So with that being said, though, I do hope everybody had a Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year. Mine was spent, not Christmas itself, but New Year's was spent working. I went into work on the 28th at 4 to midnight, and then I worked 4 doubles straight, 8 to 4, 4 to midnights, and then yesterday I did a regular 8 to 4, finished up. So, today, tomorrow is my day off. I finally finished up, and I counted it out, and I did, in a 6-day span, 80 hours of work. So, needless to say, I'm tired. I had every intention. I want to go to the gym today, but my body is just, I'm done. I'm so done right now. I actually just texted my personal trainer and said, hey, you know what? I'm going to take another day to recoup, and I'm going to hit it hard tomorrow. I kind of need that. After putting 80 hours in, that's enough to kind of kill anybody. So, anyways, guys, let's go ahead. I've rambled on for enough time. Let's go ahead and we'll kind of get into what I've had collected or what I picked up over the course of the entire year of 2023. So, the major thing that I picked up was, in fact, I did buy. As you can kind of see where we're going here, I did pick up. Let me move that back a bit. I did get the PS5. Picked up the God of War Ragnarok bundle. I had been wanting one, a PS5, in Walmart. It was right before Christmas time of last year, right before Christmas of 2022. Walmart was starting to see them, and I had wanted a PS5 for a while, but I was not going to pay the scalper prices. I said, you know what, I'm not going to go the resale route. I refuse to. I will not give them my hard-earned money. Because anybody that knows me knows I hate resellers, I hate scalpers. I think they're just the absolute scum of the earth. So Walmart, I went in one day and Walmart had 3 of these. And so I began talking with my wife about it, and we were like, okay, well, let's just kind of wait and see what happens. And after the first of the year, they were still in stock, and I pulled the trigger, and we budgeted it out and pulled the trigger and got it. So yeah, I've been doing a lot of gaming on this now, obviously. Started playing God of War Ragnarok. I've never played any God of War games. I've heard very good things about them. I can say this one's very interesting. It's hard, and that's the one thing that I did hear, is that the God of War games are very difficult. Beautiful looking game. I love the soundtrack to it. I'm not really all that far into it. The one thing that I was very disappointed in, just in terms of this whole bundle, is... And this is what I think is absolute bunk these days, okay? And I know that everything goes into, it's all going digital. But there wasn't even a game with this. You don't even get a physical game. And I didn't even realize that when I bought it, but it says right here on the front, includes voucher code, no disc included. I'm sorry, I'm to the point where, if you're going to get, if everything's going digital, why are we paying full price? We're not paying for packaging. We're not paying for, a physical disc. It's a code. We're paying for a code. Why is it digital games are still as much as a physical copy. Could somebody please explain that to me? I think it's absolute bunk, and it's kind of pissing me off. That's why I'm such a diehard physical collector, because at some point, and it's already been demonstrated with Sony literally taking purchases away from people. I think it was over in Europe. So I mean, you literally you will own nothing. You absolutely will own nothing. That's why I'm all about the preservation of physical media. So, anyways, I've rambled on enough about that. But yeah, so far God of War, I'm not all that far into it. I've had other games that I was playing as well, so this one was certainly put on the back burner. But yeah, let me kind of move that out the way and get into all the other purchases. I gotta move that down, and there we go. Okay. So I also picked up a camo DualShock, which is, this thing is still brand new. I haven't even opened this up yet. I picked this up months ago, and I've yet to even open it up and use it. Because my best friend Chris, that obviously, you know, he made the appearance in my one video. We play Call of Duty together, which I've already revealed, I guess, one of the games that I do own. But this was for when he came here, so him and I could play together. But I've never even broken it open and used it. So yeah. All right, now into the meat and potatoes of everything as well. So I did pick up Assassin's Creed Mirage, which I'm really disappointed in this game. I've not played any of the newer Assassin's Creed games in terms of like Odyssey or Origins or Valhalla. They just didn't look interesting, and I liked how this one was like more of a return to the kind of the original. I got this shortly, just a few months ago, and it was like shortly after it came out. And I'll be honest, I don't like it. I was about an hour into it, and I'm like, yeah, this is not for me. The story isn't even all that interesting. I don't like the fact that Ubisoft, the button mapping isn't even the traditional button mapping for any of the other Assassin's Creed games. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if they had done that with like Odyssey, Valhalla, and Origins, but with this, I don't like the fact I had to go back in and remap the buttons, and I still just, even at that, like, I don't like the gameplay. I don't like the story. It's boring. It was. So this one, I'm actually not even going to keep. I'm going to trade this in. I was actually hoping to trade this in fairly recently. I wanted to get it traded in, but I've not had the opportunity to get up to cartridges galore. So yeah, this one, personally, I'm avoiding that one at all cost. Also picked up, since obviously the PS5 is backwards compatible, I picked up Assassin's Creed Rogue, which I had always wanted to play this, and I remember when it had originally come out, it was a PS3 and an Xbox 360 exclusive, because it was, you know, they made it specifically for at the time what would have been the last gen console. That was after the PS4 and the Xbox One had come out. This is really good. I mean, I know it's a relatively short game. I did beat this. I really like it. I like it a lot. It's, I don't know, like I like Shay Cormac as a protagonist. I think just the whole assassin becoming a Templar thing was kind of a very interesting twist. But yeah, really, really cool game. I'm happy with that. It was really fun. Also in the same vein, picked up Assassin's Creed Syndicate. Now, I'd had this before when I had my PlayStation 4, and I always liked this game. This one's kind of a black sheep of the Assassin's Creed family. A lot of people don't really like the characters of Jacob and Evie Fry. I like them a lot. I think this is a great game. I like the gang building. A lot of the side missions with either not Charles Dickens. I like this. I thought this was a really fantastic game. I had started playing it again, and it's funny because I didn't even know this when I bought. This is one of the first games I bought when I picked up the PS5 last January, and I had no idea that this was like. I guess there's a list of games that are very buggy or just won't work at all on the PS5, and at the time, this one was one of them. I kept wondering why the screen kept flashing. They did end up patching this, so this works now, and it looks good. So that's good. I mean, the game wasn't completely unplayable, but it just made it not fun to play with the flashing. So, moving on, I also picked up the Darksiders War Mastered Edition, because anybody who knows me knows that this is one of my all-time favorite games, and like this has so much replay value because it's so much, like I've said, a swan song, a call to the original Legend of Zelda, or not not the original Legend, but something similar in the vein of Zelda. So yeah, I picked up Darksiders. Went ahead, so obviously with my buddy Chris, picked up Modern Warfare 2 because this is one of those games that I like. I like the fact that you can sit, you play a couple of matches, and then just be done. I've never been one that has played. The only Call of Duty that I ever played the campaign on was World at War because I loved the World War II aspect. I loved that, playing as the American or the Russian soldier in that. I've tried some of the other campaigns with Modern Warfares and or with Call of Duties, and I've never gotten into them. And this one's no different. I don't know. I'm not really sure what it is, but yeah. So I just play some team death matches with my buddy Chris. And then since Christmas came around, the wife picked me up Modern Warfare 3, which I do really like this. I like the fact that with Modern Warfare 2, all of your weapons, everything else carries over. So that's really cool. I like the maps. Once again, I don't know about the campaign with this. Probably won't pay the campaign. I'll just be playing this for the team death matches and all that. So also, I picked up I didn't even know about this, the Prototype Biohazard bundle. Prototype, the first one, I had started playing back when I had my PS3. And I thought it was interesting, but it kind of got boring a little bit. But it was a game that I'd always wanted to go back to. And I had no idea that they had remastered, and I'd never even played the second one. I had no idea that they remastered this and put it on the PS4. Well, a few months ago when I was in Cartridges Galore, they had this, and actually, as it turns out, so a bit of a story. I got rid of a console very early last year. Actually, after I got the PS5, I no longer have a GameCube. I got rid of the GameCube, all the games. It just was a console that I was not playing, and I thought, well, it's taking up space. I've spent all this money on all these different games. It was more of a status thing, like of having, Eternal Darkness and just some of the other. It was like, what's the sense of having a console sitting there gathering dust that I'm just not going to play? So, I know I made the video about, where it came from and stuff, but sorry guys, what am I going to do with it? Held no attachment to me, so I traded it in, and I got quite a bit of money. I think I got like $170, $180 total trade-in, which I obviously, is pennies of what was actually spent on some of the games that I got. But hey, whatever, it is what it is. But anyways, I used some of that trade-in money. This was one of the things I got. So yeah, very cool. I've been playing through Prototype. I've been enjoying it a lot more. So that's good at least. Maybe try Prototype 2 after I finish the original Prototype. And then a Christmas gift that actually came in the mail after Christmas. My poor wife, first year ever trying Amazon, and it was a massive fail for her in some regards. But she did pick me up. I haven't opened this. It just came in the mail the other day. This was supposed to be a Christmas gift, and it came like 3 days after Christmas. So I'd heard really good things on it. And this was the one I wanted, this one in particular, because of it having the original Spider-Man remastered on there. So and I've heard a lot of good things about Spider-Man Miles Morales, and I was like, hey, you know what? I'll give this a shot, and I'll also let you guys know what I think later on down the line. So yeah, I have two retro things that I did pick up over the years. Like I said, it wasn't really much of a retro collecting year. As you can see, everything was PS4 and PS5. But when I was in Cartridges Galore a few months ago, when I was getting the Prototype, actually it was funny, the Assassin's Creed Mirage and the Prototype Biohazard bundle were two of the games that I got that day with all that trade-in money. Because I had that trade-in money for like, months and months and months and months. Every time I went in, they never had anything that was interesting that I wanted. So that day happened to be like, it was like a gold mine for me. I was like, wow, I found this and this and this. Obviously Assassin's Creed Mirage, total fail. Yeah, but they did have this, and I was really happy to get this. This is one of the Player's Guide. I've wanted this in my collection for a long time. Just never came across it in the shape or condition. And what's really cool with this is it still has all the attached stickers. Nobody used these, so that's really cool. I was so happy about that. But I remember Mike Keebler had this, and I remember reading this back to front, and it was. I loved this, and it was something that I wanted for so long, and I finally, I think they had this. It was like $15. Like, it was super cheap, and I thought they went for more, but yeah. Either way, got her. And then they did have this. This was $20. $20, and the shape this thing is in this thing is immaculate. I couldn't believe this, and it's complete. Like, it has. I'll probably do an unboxing of it later, and I'm sure Good Vibe you'll let me know if I have everything. But I mean, if you look, I mean, this thing is minty. I was like, wow, okay, yeah, hey, give me that. So, all right, guys. That being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I will start getting into the unboxings here sometime. I don't want to give an exact date, but until then, hey, here's to 2024. Let's kick it off right. Let's do. Oh hell, I'm at a loss. Look, guys, bear with me. After 80 hours, my brain is Pamela at this point. You know, the fact that I can even somewhat form coherent sentences is a miracle in and of itself. So, all right, guys. Until then, enjoy and take her easy. Later.